In this tutorial, we will be setting up your coursework page and the pages for your classes. When you first arrive, the instructions here tell you to write a paragraph introducing what the viewers will see. We've already made a generic introduction for you here that you can tweak to your liking by clicking the Edit tab. Feel free to also write your own introduction or leave it the way it is. Once you've got that figured out, delete the instructions, save, publish, and now you can move on to the pages for your classes, otherwise known as your course pages here. For this part of the tutorial, or your ePortfolio in general, you want to match up your classes to the Gen Ed designations in this menu here. These types of classes are the ones that are most concerned with your ePortfolio, but occasionally you may come across the courses that are not listed here, or it may be the case that you take two courses that have the same designation and only one page to work with. I'll show you how to add these pages in a moment, and there also may be the case that your courses don't have a designation at all. So in those three scenarios, whether it's a different designation, it's a duplicate designation, or it doesn't have one at all, you will be making a new page for that. So I'm going to show you how to work with these first, and then we'll move on to making additional pages. Open up your My Page in another tab and go to your My Courses tab. This is going to show you all of your classes and then the designations, if it has any, at the end of the course here. So what you'll do is you'll be looking for that designation. For example, this one we're going to be looking for the QL page. Then when we click on that page, we're going to type in the course number, and we only need the first four numbers, and then the course name, which is College Algebra. So like I said, we're looking for QL, which is right here. When you click on it, it will take you to the QL page. You're going to click on Edit, and you're going to type in the number, colon, and then the class name. Then go ahead and save and publish. Now you can move on to any of the other classes that you have that you know for sure you need a page for. I would definitely do any of the classes that you have designations, because those are usually Gen Ed courses that require an ePortfolio. For the courses that don't have these designations and you're not quite sure whether or not you need an ePortfolio for, you can go ahead and skip those until another time when you need to make a page for it. Your English 1010 and 2010 pages are going to be set up for you already, so you won't have to set up the title here. But for your math class, which we just kind of worked on, if you didn't work on that class, that's okay too. If you haven't taken this class yet, you can wait for this part. But for your math class, you will have to add and edit this page so that it lists the specific course number here. So I'm just going to put Math 1050 here as well and save. So again, you just go to AddEdit, click on the pencil and paper, and then you just type in the new title for the page over here. And we're going to leave the rest alone, so the only one that you will change is this math page, but the rest of these will stay as is. Now, for the classes that you need to add because they weren't already pre-made for you, there are a couple options. So I'll show you the first option that I prefer. You go to the top, and you go to Portfolio Tools, and you go to Organize. So with this method, you will be duplicating a page, and it's going to have all the content there for you already, so you don't have to put in modules, which are sections for like your assignment or your reflection. You also will still have the instructions on the page for you for your reference. So I recommend that you copy one of the pages that are similar to the page that you need. So for example, if you are taking another math class that you don't have a page for, you could just copy this math one here. Make sure you copy the one that has the purple box and don't copy the quantitative literacy or the composition page. And one more thing, make sure it's a sub-page of the coursework section. So, for example, you could do another math, you could do another life science, or whatever. I'm going to be demonstrating on this lifelong wellness. So once I find the page that I want, I'm going to make sure it's one of these designation pages and it's got a purple box. Then I'm going to click on copy and it's going to make an exact copy for me, as you can see there. Now I have 2 lifelong wellness classes here, or pages. And to organize this now, I just need to go return to my ePortfolio. But go ahead and copy as many pages as you need to, and then return to your ePortfolio. It's going to kick you out, so you're going to go back to your coursework page where you will see that extra page here. Now you can just click on AddEdit. If it was a second designation where it's the same, you would just leave it alone so that it's next to it. Or if it's completely different, I would click on the pencil and paper, change it to whatever designation it is, and then save. If it doesn't have a designation, you can just type in the name of the course. So you'll want the abbreviation, which is usually like 4 letters and then 4 numbers, and then go ahead and save. For these ones that are different, I would move them to the bottom of the list here. But if it's one of these pages and you just have a duplicate of one of these designations, you can leave it right next to the other one. So I could have left the LW here if that was indeed the LW course. So once you have this all figured out, you can start working on your page. In the case that you don't want to have all these already set up for you, so like my MA course is going to need to have its title changed, obviously, so that it says either the designation here and then the course number and name, or in my case, I just have to type in the course and then whatever it's called. So this could be medical assistant externship. And then I would save that and publish. So now this should be set up, and we'll be talking about this in the next video. But in the case that I don't want all of these modules here or all of these different instructions, I could just make a new blank page. And so this is the second option for adding a page. You would go to Add and Edit, and you can see this Add Page here. Once you click on that, you can just type in the name of the class. So again, you would either type in whatever the designation is called and name your page after that, or in the case that you don't have one because the course doesn't have a designation, you could just type in the course name or number and then click on save. So that would add it to my page here, and I would just have to add in my own modules here. So it's going to give me a blank page with no instructions, no modules, and I just have to add my modules here. In this case, if you're making it from scratch, go ahead and watch the module video to make sure you understand what modules to choose. Alright, so in the next video I'm going to show you how to set up your modules on your course pages.